It's 11 trivia questions on 90s Nickelodeon from my friend Kyle Sarah and the Trivia Tavern. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show. I am here with the sun setting behind me if you're watching on YouTube, and I am at Hangar 24, one of the biggest breweries in Southern California. We are out here in Redlands, California, recording today. As you can see behind me, people are already in line, grabbing some beers, getting their drink on a Monday night when I'm recording this. And we are having a ton of fun out here doing bingo every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. So if you ever find yourself out in the Redlands, California area on a Monday night and you want to play some bingo with your pal, Ryan Buds, go to my website, triviawithbuds.com. You get all the info for all my different locations every single week. And do you know someone that runs a bar or a brewery or a winery or any kind of venue anywhere in the country that wants to run a special event, maybe a trivia event, maybe a bingo event, maybe a big themed kind of Star Wars night or something like that? Let me know. You can fly wherever, and I put on an awesome show for just about anybody. We can theme it, we can sell tickets, we can make it awesome. Hit me up on my website. Go to triviawithbuds.com and click on contact. Also, my email and phone number are right at the top of the website if you have anything coming up that you think I could enhance with my awesome polo shirts and my trivia expertise. I am a big fan of craft beer, and this is one of my favorite places to grab a craft beer. They have beers here called the Orange Wheat, the Easy Glider, and the Betty IPA. So check them out as well, hangar24.com. Today's episode is a Skype call, or a phone call, really. We just did a phone call with my friend Sean De La Cruz. He runs a Instagram channel called 90s Got Nick, and it's really fun. If you like nostalgia and the 90s, go check it out. Give him a follow. And let's see how Sean does on 11 trivia questions on Nickelodeon in the 90s, written by my friend Kyle Sarah and the Trivia Tavern. We're going to jump into those questions right now. Here we go. Sitting here on the phone with my good friend Sean De La Cruz all the way in Miami, Florida. What's up, Sean?
What's going on?
Oh, man, I got some trivia for you today. You're my go-to Nickelodeon guy, my go-to 90s trivia guy, and you actually run an Instagram channel. Tell me a little bit about that. I think it combines both those things, right?
Yeah, it's called 90s Got Nick. Kind of like Got Milk, but Nickelodeon.
You know, I always read that on Instagram, 90s Got Nick, and I didn't realize that was a Got Milk reference. But now I know.
Yeah.
Knowing is half the battle. There's an 80s reference for you.
Yeah, I saw a Got Milk ad on a Nickelodeon magazine, and I was like, oh, let's do this.
Oh, man. I was a big fan of the Nickelodeon magazine. They always had a lot of good, pranks and jokes and things to cut out and hang on your bedroom door, like keep out signs and things like that.
Yeah.
That was always a good time. I love that. Today I've got 11 questions for you from my good friend Kyle Sarah, who runs a show called the Trivia Tavern. Kyle, I met years ago at Universal Studios Universal Studios LA. He worked there in the theme park, and I got hired to do some trivia for the different departments that run the different rides. So it was like the Harry Potter ride people versus the Minion ride people and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So I met Kyle there, and he's a big trivia guy. He hosts a lot of game shows and fundraisers and things around LA. So shout out to Kyle Sarah and the Trivia Tavern. We got 11 questions for you from him on Nickelodeon in the 90s. This is TV shows and movies. And how many of these do you think you can nail out of 11?
Let's go for 4.
4 out of 11. Man, okay. I think you might get all 11 because I was looking over these.
I want to surprise myself.
There you go. They're not super difficult, but for the average 90s or 80s kid, I think you will do well. Here we go. Question number 1. What slimy game show hosted by Mark Summers was revived in 2018 with Mark as the announcer?
Double Dare.
The answer is Double Dare. Nice job. Did you watch a lot of Double Dare growing up?
Oh yeah.
What was one of your favorite little parts of the obstacle course, the physical challenges and all that?
Probably the kiddie pool.
The kiddie pool. I always thought it was gross when they had that big nose that you had to dig through to pull all the boogers out.
Oh yeah, I got one of those in the Nick box. They sent like a nose.
Oh, like a little nose.
Like a Kleenex.
Oh, that's gross.
Like a Kleenex cover.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What is the Nick box? Tell me about that.
It's they send you. It's like a quarterly box, and they send you like 90s Nickelodeon stuff. It's kind of like like those subscription boxes.
Like a loot crate, but for 90s, Nick.
Yeah, except for like adults. So they'll send like a Legend of the Hidden Temple, a Pure Pint glass, or like stuff like that.
I love it. That's very cool. I like that. They have they have a wrestling version of that called Slam Crate. I think some of those are by Loot Crate, but they're like, franchised off to different things. So that's cool. I love that. Here's question number 2. You got the first one. Number 1 was Double Dare. Question number 2, which sitcom starred a young Melissa Joan Hart as a teenage girl who explained the happenings in her life directly to the viewing audience?
Oh, this was your favorite. Clarissa Explains It All.
Why would you say that's my favorite?
Didn't you tell me you love that show?
I actually did. I kind of hated this show growing up.
Yeah, no, you told me you changed the channel every time.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't really want to watch a lot of live action stuff, especially on the network that I would go to for animated stuff. So whenever they had some of the live action stuff, or like Nick at Night would come on, I'd be like, oh, like missed it. Bummer, Because back then...
I was a big Pete and Pete fan.
Yes. Yeah, I liked parts of certain shows as I got older, but when Clarissa first came out, I was not into it. But you are right. Sarcastically, love that show. Nice job. Clarissa Explains It All. Here comes number 3. Who is the bald and bold leader of the Rugrats? What is the name of the bald and bold leader of the Rugrats?
That would be Tommy.
Tommy Pickles. That's right. I have a son named Tommy. And I watched this show growing up quite a bit, and we've actually showed it to my kids. They get a kick out of it. They don't watch it, they don't binge it. They'll watch an episode here and there. How about your kids?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I tried to show it to him. He'll watch it for 5 minutes and then walk away.
Rugrats isn't as shiny as a lot of the newer cartoons of the last 15, 20 years. It's got a little bit of grit to it,
Oh, yeah, especially the early episodes.
Yeah, there's some real adult humor on some of the early ones, so
yeah.
I get it. Here's number 4. You're 3 for 3. In 1996, Nickelodeon's first film, Harriet the Spy, was the debut of what actress who also played Dawn on Buffy the Vampire Slayer? What was the name of that actress?
That was Michelle Trachtenberg.
Michelle Trachtenberg is hard to pronounce and is 100% correct. Nice job, Sean. You're 4 for 4. You already got your 4 that you were hoping for. Like I said, I think you're going to be...
start a downward spiral.
Yeah, now you're going to miss 7 in a row. We'll see how it goes. Here's number 5. Finish the title of this horror fantasy TV series. Are you afraid of the blank?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you personally afraid of the dark, or were you as a kid?
I wasn't as a kid. I am now.
You are now. Interesting.
Yeah.
You are now. What scares you now? What about the dark? Just literally just being in the dark?
Just being in the dark, yeah.
So you sleep with nightlights?
I sleep with a blue nightlight.
Interesting. Is it in the shape of anything, or is it literally just a blue light?
It's in the shape of a pyramid.
Love it. Blue pyramid nightlight for Sean in Miami helps him keep away from that dark. Great job. Number 5. You're 5 for 5. Here's number 6. Which 1997 Nickelodeon movie was based on a sketch from the comedy show All That?
That was Good Burger.
Yes. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? Number 6, Good Burger. I saw that movie in theaters with my friend Steve Nelson. Did you see it in theaters?
I didn't. I saw it, I think it was on pay-per-view or something.
Yeah, I think they might have had it as a big special event at some point, maybe in the summer, the summer after it came out or something on Nickelodeon. That seems right. And it was an orange tape. I remember all the tapes that you bought of Nickelodeon movies were bright orange.
I think you guys actually have a pop-up, Good Burger pop-up out there.
Ooh,
right now.
Interesting. Very good. Number 7, what science fantasy show ran from 1998 to 2000 and was based on a book series by K.A. Applegate? This might be
on a book series?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it was horrible. Was that Animorphs?
It was Animorphs, yes. I don't remember a lot of the stars of this show except that the Iceman, Iceman from X-Men was in it. He's an actor who has a twin in real life, but I don't know his name off the top of my head.
I barely remember. I just know whenever that came on, I would change the channel.
I used to read the books. My friend, again, Steve Nelson, we were big Nickelodeon kids, and he's been on the show a bunch before, but he used to collect all the Animorph books, and then when the series came out, he got really excited, and I think we were both kind of let down as well. We were like, oh, it's not so great. But nice job, 7 for 7. Here's number 8. What animation company was responsible for creating many of Nickelodeon's cartoons, including Rugrats, The Wild Thornberrys, Ah Real Monsters, and Rocket Power?
Klasky Supo.
Nice job. Perfect with the pronunciation and everything. Klasky Supo. We got a silent C, I guess, in Supo. C-S-U-P-O. They actually, I can drive by their building quite a bit. It's just past Hollywood and Highland, a popular intersection in the Hollywood.
Oh, they're still around?
LA area.
Wow.
Yeah, they still make stuff, and the outside of the building is covered in all the characters from those shows. So you kind of know that it's theirs. So Klasky Supo, number 8. Nice job. Here comes number 9. Actor Chris Elliott played the villain Snowplow Man in what 2000 Nickelodeon movie?
Oh, that is Snow Day.
Snow Day. It's a great movie. I've mentioned it on the show before. At some point, maybe this next Christmas, I'll do a whole episode devoted to the movie Snow Day. I really enjoy this movie, even as an adult. I showed it to my kids, and I think it's a real fun, great movie to watch, especially if you do have an actual snow day or you're stuck inside in the winter in the Midwest or something. You and I don't really have to worry about it in Miami and California. But that's a great, great movie, Snow Day. 2 questions left. Number 10. The catchphrase of the action sports game show Nickelodeon Guts was what question? What was the question?
Do you have it?
Yeah, there you go. Do you have it? Guts. And he put in parentheses, as in, do you have the guts to do this game show? You used to get a piece of the aggro crag if you climbed to the top and hit all the actuators on the way up. So that was Guts, and that was the catchphrase. Do you have it? Was there a certain game show growing up that you were dying to be on more than any other game show, or did you like them all?
I wanted to be on Guts, for sure, or Wild and Crazy Kids.
Yes, that would have been fun. All the different T-shirts where you were, right? Was that the show where you were like, it'd be like, all right, we're doing a downhill slip and slide or something crazy and something wild, something wild and crazy. Yes, that was like if you took all the activities you do at church camp and then you made them into a game show with a couple of crazy hosts. That's what that show was.
Yeah, it was, and it was only like 3 hours from where I'm at.
Oh, where they used to film it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they filmed in Orlando.
And that was like late 80s, early 90s. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Here's your last question. Like I said, I thought you would nail this, and I think you might get this one too. For 2 points, running from 1994 to 1995, what sitcom was Nickelodeon's first TV series with a predominantly African-American cast? 2 points if you get this one. Ran from 94 to 95. It was a sitcom, and it was Nickelodeon's first TV series with a predominantly African-American cast. What do you think that show was called?
My Brother and Me?
It was My Brother and Me. Nice job. They had that best friend, Goo. Remember Goo?
Yeah, Goo.
And he
gave the little one a haircut.
Yes, there was an episode. Yeah, it was only like 1 or 2 seasons, but there was an episode where he had his own punch, or he imagined that he had his own drink, like a beverage, and it was called Goo Punch. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
It was a really...
Yeah, it was only 1 season, but I remember.
Yeah, I remember the theme song and watching it all the time. So, My Brother and Me. Sean, you nailed it. 11 for 11. Nice job. Anything you want to plug besides 90s Got Nick before you take off?
Nope.
Awesome.
That's pretty much it.
Instagram.
I'm going to go running now with my Tony Perkins shirt on.
Perfect. For heavyweights, your Tony Perkins Ben Stiller character shirt. I love it. All right, Sean De La Cruz, thank you so much for being on the show, man. And if you want to find Sean, go check him out on Instagram under the account 90s Got Nick. It's just like Got Milk, but it's 90s Got Milk. Give him a follow if you like nostalgia and Nickelodeon in the 90s. We'll see you next time, Sean. There it was, everybody. Sean nailing the Nickelodeon in the 90s quiz, just like I thought he would. He said 4, and I was like, come on, man. I know you. You've been listening to my show for a while, and you're going to nail this quiz. Thank you guys for listening and interacting with me on social media. You can find me everywhere at Ryan Buds. That's RyanBudds. And you can email me anytime, ryanbuds@gmail.com. I hear from somebody just about every day, and it lights me up. So keep those emails coming. Somebody will email me and say, hey, I listen with my family on the way to work, or I listen on my way home from school, or I binge a bunch of episodes at the end of the week. And however you consume the show, I love hearing about it. So send me those emails, ryanbuds@gmail.com. It's time for the Funky Monkey question of the day to close out the episode. And that question is, in what Disney movie would you hear the song Into the Unknown? Tweet me your answer at Ryan Buds on social media or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. And check out our sponsor, Funky Monkey, for all your t-shirt printing needs and printing of all kinds at Funky Monkey Designs on Facebook or fmdesignsinc.com. Your yesterday's answer for the question of the day was In Utero for Kurt Cobain's last album before his suicide. And your trivia team name of the day is Foo TIE Fighters, combining the Foo Fighters and TIE Fighters from Star Wars. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about the show, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.